Hey, happy Friday to you. It's the Trigger, Rich Bontrager, back again for another 2 p.m. with the Trigger. And then we're off to celebrate the weekend, everybody, right? That's what the Friday's all about. We know when you hit 2 p.m. with the Trigger, you know it's getting close to pull that whistle, head for the door, and go have some fun. Hey, we're back again to always help you shine on camera, to shine on stage, to help you and your brand authority shine brighter. So you're seen as that go-to expert and you get more bookings, more calls, more clients, and of course, greater revenue because you are the brand authority of your company and in your industry. You want to stand out from the crowd. Today, we're going to get into one of the biggest hot buzzes going on right now, and it's the AI conversation. And yes, AI will affect you and your brand. It will affect your brand authority. It's going to affect almost every form of business, industry, life that we can imagine right now. And you need to start thinking about it. Again, a lot of us are kind of late to the game already, it feels like, doesn't it? When this whole talk of AI and just the way of automation. I mean, come on. I can remember when people, when I was younger, talking about, automating this, automating that. Well, now fax machines have come and gone. Long distance phone calls with the beep and the tone. When I was a kid, they're gone. Everything you can do now can be done on your phone instantaneously. Uh, Technology is moving so fast, and now AI is here in a big way for the world, not just for high industry, not for high government. AI is right here, right now, and it will impact everything we do, and it will continue to roll out faster and faster. Now, you've probably read articles, blogs, watched other commentaries on this. I'm going to stay within the lane of the brand authority. You and your media empire, you and your media company. It's so important to continue to build that brand authority with AI as one of the tools. You cannot ignore it. You're going to have to use it. You're going to have to learn about it. There are pros and cons with the idea of AI. And I'm just going to go through some of the pros and cons, share some thoughts on it, and see where the conversation goes from there. And the first one is, for a pro, it will increase your effectiveness. You will save time and energy by using AI in some areas of your company. You're going to be able to automate tasks. You're going to be able to do things that will increase the human performance. It will not replace or take away. That's when you get into the cons. When you let AI or any other thing replace the human element of your business, shut it down, go home, and stop. Because the human element is so important to everyone's brand, everyone's business. It is vital to your success, but it will be an increase in effectiveness. So now, how do you manage that? How far do you go? Right now, we're seeing in many, many businesses the rollback of in-person employees. You can do automated shopping. You can stay at home and shop, and they'll bring it to your door. You can have meals come to your door. So much is being done to take away the human element right now. It's going to only affect jobs, salaries, the human touch of having a friendly voice to talk to. Same is true with you and your business and your brand. You need to figure out how far do you want to go to be effective and automated, and how much you want that personal touch. Stay in there. I've already made the decision. I love the personal touch. I love the personal interaction. That's why you'll get my email that goes directly to me personally. That's why my phone number is directly up here that you can get a hold of me. I like to make sure that as much as I grow and expand the media empire, rock the stage, I still keep the human touch. I think it's really important to wrestle with that. Now, it's going to also improve your decision making. You'll be able to type in algorithms and ideas and, again, do the pros and cons, but you'll have something to spit it back at you and help you analyze that. Now, here's the key term right there: analyze it. I played around with some AI stuff out there. I'm going to show you that in a few moments, but it will create a whole article for you. It will create a whole new menu for you. It will do things so fast within a minute. You don't have to do anything, but you should. It will help your decision making if you dig into what the AI tells you, the results, the question, the function, the form. Then you go into that and say, okay, do I agree, disagree? Does it fit my brand? Does it fit my ideal client? Is this the way that I want to go about this? And if not, what do I want to take from what I learned from the AI And then what do I want to add in? That's my specific. Again, this is what's very concerning for schools and education right now. But the teachers are already looking at documents that are coming in. They're already saying, I have 3 very similar ones. I'm betting they typed in a similar algorithm, a similar question, and we're going to bounce all 3 of them. We don't know which one was authentic. If you're going to use it to make decisions, to write papers, to do content, evaluate it and look through it and make it personalized. There are going to be good nuggets. Believe me, when I've done some of these searches, there are good nuggets that the AI will spit out to you. Great. But do not cut and paste that and put it out there automatically and say, I wrote that. Remember when you did that in high school and the teacher called you up front? It wasn't a good thing because you didn't write it. Now it's only going to be even easier to find out you didn't write it. It will increase your customer experience as we're business leaders, as we're influencers, as we're growing our brand authority and our reach. You always want to improve the customer journey. There's nothing wrong with that. Chat box, virtual assistants, those type of things. Most websites right now already have a chat bot that you can activate and have a preset conversation. Now, it is preset. We all know that. But there comes a point when that preset that gets into, I want to talk to someone for real. And you put your email, you put your calendar linked in, you do something to move it from the virtual to your inbox, and it gets directly to you. There is nothing more frustrating than being on a real life call and you are endlessly pushing buttons and getting no live person. Remember the days when you used to be able to push 00000 and you would get through to a live operator because you were tired of listening to the automation? It's pretty hard to hit that 0 anymore. It's so automated. It's so form and function. Now, it will help the customer experience if you use it properly. You can use it to help people evaluate how important their subject matter is, what they can learn on their own, what resources you have, what hours of service. You can do a lot of things with AI to make the customer journey good, but you have to have an intentional opt-out. I want somebody live. I want to talk to Trigger. I want to talk to someone from Trigger's team. I want to, and I would recommend as we continue in this more automated life, you need to have multiple times where you give that jump out of the automated into the real world. Sometimes we're stuck and we don't know how to get out of that. I think we should make it clear if you want to opt out today and get in touch with somebody, boom. But it will have a faster response. People will get help in a lot of creative ways, but you also want to keep that human touch. Now, those are coming out of the, for again, the brand, for you as a media leader and speaker and entrepreneur. Those are some of the cons or some of the pros that will help you, but will also go the other way. Now, here's one of the biggest cons is, and this is a big overarching discussion that everyone's already getting into. It's an ethical dilemma. And AI will be advanced. AI will move quicker. AI will cut and paste a similar discussion over and over again. But is it really you giving them good information and good personal coaching? I coach one-on-one. I coach in group settings. I will never give just a blanket answer with a bunch of stuff and say, here, read this, and you got your answer. There's so many customized conversations you need to have. And so the ethical journey really becomes a big question here. As a business, as a brand, do you want it to be that they hear from you, the expert? They're going to pay you. You're going to show up. Or do they want to hear from something that is theoretically partially accurate and will help you just enough? I think there's a big discussion around the whole ethics of how far you use this without taking away from everything that makes you unique. And that's the whole idea of being a brand authority. You are unique with your expertise. I've got 36 years behind the microphone, behind the camera, doing what I do. No robot, no AI can ever beat that. Now, they could take all my information and they could try to squeeze it out of me, but I still know things that I cannot share with somebody until I share them with them in that live moment. That's the authentic nature, and that's where the ethical line will get very blurred for some people. I'm old enough to remember. I'm curious if anyone in the chat box today remembers Max Headroom. Max Headroom. it was a futuristic TV show with a talking robotic head, and it was AI. And we all thought that was funny as could be, but how stupid that looked. And this AI would help in all these different ways. But here we are. We now live in the day of Max Headroom. We're already seeing, even on certain platforms right now, I can create an avatar, an animated avatar, and it's not the real me, but it looks kind of sort of like me. Now, it's kind of fun to play around with, but are we going to get to a point where my brain avatar, the Trigger avatar, is going to be seen more than Rich Bontrager? Oh, I pray it never happens. But that's where we need to look at the ethics, the reality, the concerns, the way AI can help us. So I'm going to bring in this is one of the platforms that's been talked about a lot. And this is the chat. It's an open chat. Again, I'll drop the link into the chat box here as well. But this is, it's a free resource right now. They do have a higher paying level, but it's the chat open. Really easy. And they even have some examples up here of questions you can ask. I'm going to show you how real this is. So this is your open little chat box down here. And I'm going to say, write me a article on Star Trek and life. If I can spell life, we're good here, everybody. So watch where this happens now. It starts thinking. And it gives you this caption right away as an opening paragraph. Again, do not cut and paste this. This is for you to maybe start thinking about. But it just continues. I'm not touching anything. This is it by itself, doing it for you. And now they'll start giving you points. And they will go a whole outline for a paper to be done on the fiction sci-fi hit show Star Trek and how it impacts our lives. And there's all sorts of things, from the medical bed to the scientific technology to space flight. Look, it's going. What question do you have that you would like to have published in a paper, put out there as a blog, put out there as an active post? Yes, use something like this. Cut it and paste it into another document, and then go in and add your own personal stories, your own personal touch. If there's a point or a comment or something that you don't agree with, delete it. Or if you want to be real authentic with people, be really transparent, highlight that one and say, this is what the AI mentioned. I totally disagree with what the AI, and then give them your opinion. That would be a real authentic work and write-up that shows how I can help you and how the AI can lead you down a straight path. It's still going. This is one of the longest ones I've been able to pump out yet, and it's totally coming off the top of my head. So I'm going to put this backstage for, oh, there it is. It just got done. It's just got, and then it automatically saves it for you. Isn't that ingenious? But look at what you have here. This is all a generated response. And if I wanted to, I could save it. They do have an edit button up here. You can do so many things with this. So yes, there is power in AI. The trick is going to be is, what are you going to do with AI? And as we are media companies, as we are building our media empire, this goes back, plagiarism, having non-proofed backup materials, things I was taught as a journalism. It's very important to have truth and things backed up. And more than ever, your voice matters. That's why you want to be a go-to expert. You want to be a go-to expert, but yes, you want to have things to substantiate, to back it up, to maybe supercharge what you're talking about. The power of AI in your brand. What are you going to do? How are you going to leverage this? What are you going to do when it really comes into this? I'm going to drop that into the chat here in just a moment. And if you have not checked this out, I really encourage you to go explore this site. There are other sites out there as well. But this was a chance for you to go play around and even ask it. This is one of the things that I did in preparation for this. I even asked it about AI and the brand and AI in your company. So it will reflect on the ethical questions that we're facing right now. So ask them those questions. I hope this has been helpful. I hope this gives you pause to think and to challenge your own thinking of what you're going to do with it, besides just jumping on the bandwagon and getting really involved with AI. Dig around, play around, and figure out the best way for you to use it. If you have questions on this, I'd love to hear emails and postings and shares and comments going back. Just send me an email, rich@richbontrigger.net, or always visit rockthestagemedia.com. AI and your brand authority. Hey, that's going to do it for today. I will see you back here Monday, 2 p.m. live with The Trigger. And we always love to hear from you, again, through email, through chat. It's a real person. The email, again, I want to remind you, my personal email comes directly to me. No robot, no assistant. I'm happy to reply to you personally, one-on-one. We'll see you at 2 p.m. on Monday.